Hello there, Magic players. Barry White here from MagicUntapped.com and Magic Untapped on YouTube. Now, how well do you know your Magic the Gathering cards? Odds are, not as well as you might think. Let's take a look at 10 things you may not know about some of the cards you might have in your collection right now. Did you know that there is a hidden horned horse within the artwork of the lower-end card Sylvan Echoes? It's even referred to in the card's flavor text. It takes a huntmaster's eye to discern the contours of mythical prey. Do you see it yet? Let's zoom in. See it now? It's right there, front and center. The character seen on the Legends card Spirit Link by Kaja Foglio is Jolrael, Empress of Beasts. She's an important character from the Dominarian continent of Jamura, although she herself won't get a card until the set Prophecy years later. When the card gets reprinted in 8th edition, artist Kev Walker's Spirit Link art also features Jolrael. The cards Spiketail Hatchling, Spiketail Drakeling, and Spiketail Drake all show the same creature at 3 different stages in its life. As such, the mana cost, power, toughness, and ability increases with each card. Despite this, the middle stage version was not printed until the set Time Spiral, 6 years after the first 2. The creature on the Phthisis art is Rox, a once popular card from the set Nemesis. Both cards, by the way, just happen to be illustrated by Carl Critchlow. On the original Alpha Beta Limited, as well as the unlimited printing of Goblin Balloon Brigade, the way the card's rules text is written implies that the card gives all goblins flying. This was corrected in the revised printing and remains this way to this day. Speaking of really old Magic cards, did you know that the alpha printing of Elvish Archers mistakenly had the card as a 1-2 with first strike? This thankfully was fixed for the beta printing, correcting the power and toughness to 2-1 instead. In the artwork for the Mirrodin printing of Barter and Blood, the pierced creature is a titanium golem. Both cards, by the way, are illustrated by Paolo Parente. But now the real question, do golems bleed? If not, how can they even barter? If you're wondering just exactly how large the BFM or Big Furry Monster is in comparison to other of Magic the Gathering's big creatures, take a look at the piercing hanging from its top left horn. If it looks familiar, that's because it's a Phyrexian Dreadnought, a 12/12 creature and amongst the largest in Black Border Magic. Oh, and on the right, that's a Polar Kraken, another of Magic's rather large creatures, which weighs in at 1111. In Magic, there are many artifacts that are credited to the artificer turned planeswalker, Urza, but only one actually literally bears his name. If you look closely at the artwork for the card Urza's Bauble, you will see that it actually has the name Urza inscribed on it. And finally, while we're talking about Urza, take a look at the artwork for the Urza Saga card Stroke of Genius. If you look at the blueprints hanging on the wall behind the set's namesake artificer, you may recognize it as his plans for creating none other than Karn, the Silver Golem. And there you have it, 10 things you might not have known about some of the Magic cards you may have in your collection right now. If you like this video and you want to support Magic Untapped, please give us a subscribe and a like here on YouTube, and if you're feeling generous, toss a buck or so in our tip jar. Greatly appreciate it. You'll find it on Patreon. Thank you for watching.